Hello again, and hello again to Twitch. Oh, we just got our PDC. Okay, 3561. Stand by. Let me put that in the box so I don't forget. 3561 exponder. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Welcome. Oh, let's get back outside. Welcome to Portland, Oregon. That's where we're kicking off the second flight today. Yeah, I know for you guys on YouTube, you're going, second flight? This is the first flight. So, yeah, we break it up into two videos, mainly because now with me working half the week, so to speak, we may or may not get streams out. So, this helps me to bank a little bit and in case that happens. So we are again sitting in Portland, Oregon. We are getting ready to fly for an airline I actually really liked when it was around. It was only around for a short time. And Virgin America, Redwood, I think it was, for the call sign, and flew out of San Francisco. It really flew over flyover country here in St. Louis, Chicago, and all. I don't believe they had any flights to Chicago, or if they did, that would be about the only place they went in the Midwest besides Dallas. And that's actually kind of the mid-Southwest. So whatever. Anyway, but I just always liked this airline when I saw them. I was just them and I can't think the other one out of San Francisco. All 757s. Oh, but anyway, all great airlines, great airlines. Oh my goodness, the hiccups are killing me. Oh, but anyway, great airline, and like I said, we're here in Portland, A321NEO, and we're going to go to Los Angeles with it. So should be a fun flight. Terminal 3 is where I think we're going to go. We'll kind of play it out as we get there. Today's flight is going to be, like I said, the second one here on Twitch. It's about a 2.5 hour flight. So with that, let's just get up in the cockpit real quick. Well, while we're getting up there, we'll go through it. I'm going to get some toolkit up here. We did get our PDC, pre-departure clearance, and we are cleared via the CASC D4 departure JUNEJ and cleared in on the Irwin to arrival to Los Angeles. My game plan is runway 24. Reality, I have no idea where they'll put us. Okay, and then our words 35,000 and 3561. So let's see here. We're going to climb and maintain 7,000 on departure 10 minutes after climb. 18.1. Hold short of T for taxi. Call short of Tango. Hang on, I'm looking that up. Got it. Okay. Got it. So once we're pushed back, moved up to Tango, we'll then give them a call. Sound like a game plan? That's our pre-departure clearance, compliments of Portland approach, or in our case, departure. Real quick, before we get too far into this, let you see what we're dealing with weather here. Not much. 10-mile visibility, scattered 2,500, scattered 25,000. A few more clouds here than we had on the entire trip from Louisville to O'Hare. Almost said Orlando last trip. And we have a different QNH. All right, so let's take a look at it real quick. Payload 47,610, mostly from the 207 peeps aboard. blocking out fuel at 18,800 or more. 28 left is what we're planning, but it doesn't mean that's what we're going to go on. And 24 right, cool. SimBrief's playing right with us. And a cost index of 50 today, 35,000 we've already gone to. Weather again, here's the ATIS, because VATSIM's up. Simultaneous visual approaches for both 28 left, right. Expect MIL visual approach jet aircraft departing 28 left and right. Push back onto Tango. Request ATC. Oh, if we're pushing onto Tango or Kilo, we have to have clearance. Runway 3 shortened first 3,000 feet. Okay, well, we're not playing on that runway today, so. All right, so that's really good weather here. Over in Los Angeles, weather, winds almost right down the runway, 260 at 11, 10-mile visibility. Scattered clouds at 2,500, and it is a balmy, for them at least, 70 degrees. You know, it's kind of funny. If you ever watch those real estate shows like House Hunters, and they do LA, the closer to the water they get, the colder it gets in Los Angeles. And I mean, you get a few blocks inland and that temperature begins to skyrocket. Same thing up in San Francisco. One of the cool lines from a movie, the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer here in San Francisco. Chilly up there, folks, if you're by the bay. Inland, woo, different story. So, and we have an ATIS down here as well. Let's see. RNP approaches in use for 24 right. That's the one we're aiming for. Vectors for visuals. Simultaneous approaches. What would you not, would you expect less? Probably won't, but you never know. All right, so that's what we're dealing with today. So Portland, Los Angeles. Great day ahead of us. I hope y'all enjoy. Let's get this plane going, shall we? And you get a treat. We haven't loaded the plane yet. So let's get down here and start on that, shall we? All right, now you got a couple ways to load this plane. Hey, Matt, welcome in. Hey, why is my phone off? Doggone it. There it goes. I don't know why it does that. But anyway, hey, welcome in, Matt. Hope you're having a beautiful day out east. Hope things are well for you. All right, like I was saying, there's a couple of ways you can load this plane. You can load it here by clicking Mechanic, MECH, and ATT. Those two buttons. You can come over here, load it with the ISCS here, or you can actually use the actual plug-in with the same ISCS. The only difference between these two, I don't actually think there is. I'm thinking probably, yeah, I'm thinking a different aircraft. These are both the same. So you could do it here or with the drop down. I like doing it down here. There's your pushback. If you don't have the greatest pushback in the world, better pushback. All right, we need, hang on, view flight plan. Okay, reload. A new version of SimBrief is out. Okay, wonder what's in this one. If y'all got your NavGraph newsletter, you were told of the great things, or shortly thereafter, there was a talk about the new stuff in here. So anyway, we need 18,000. 760 pounds. Let's err on caution, go 19,000. Err on caution, let's do that. I Simply Brixton, welcome in. I hope I didn't butcher that too much. Hey, thanks for the follow. Boy, great day today. Great day, great follows. Oh, man, we've been having a great day. And did I load? Yes. Okay, let's go over to the attendant page. Page 2. Page 2. Page 2, where are you? There you are. And we need, I think it's 200. I lost where the packs are. 207. Load. All right, now I know some of you are going, why didn't you change to the right cargo weight? You're going to see here in a second. Go to weight and balance. Reset to current. Our zero fuel weight that we flight planned for was 158,191. We're about 1,000 pounds, 1,200 pounds over that. Let's go 11. All right, so how do we get around this discrepancy? Come back to the mechanics page. 1,100, huh? I have to see where I'm at because I did not think to write things down. 156, yeah, I thought I undershot, so I need at least. Yeah, I know that won't be anywhere near it. 941, I need 1,000 pounds still. Okay, at least we'll start there. One more. I was wondering if I should have gone that hard. Okay. Okay, we're 50 pounds off. Yeah. Okay, so we're good here. 18,960 pounds loading. And I think we're already loaded. Okay. Much better, much better. Okay. TCAS, let's go ahead, clear that. And go up here. All right, so flight plans loaded. Okay, real quick here before we get too hot and heavy into it. Landing gear levers down, 3 green. Down here on the bottom, spoiler levers down, not armed. Flaps are up. Norm and parking brake set. cockpit door unlocked. Masters are off, throttle works. Come up here. Let's go and test all the lights. Look good up here. Okay, external power is on. And crew supply on. I love how there's different ADIRs. I wonder if there's like in the config file different ones you can set it to. All right, with that, crew supply, we've done our fire checks, lav. APU, master switch on. Emergency exits to armed. Everything's set. Waiting on flap open. Of course, it won't tell me what gate I'm in, but I'm 3 from the end. Wonder if the tow line's there. I figured that would only be payware. Okay. I think we're in C16. Real quick, easy way. I was correct. C16. Okay. Why? Because what we're getting ready to do is work on our McDo down here. Okay. Clear. Doggone it, I should have done that first. Okay. We're in the 253. Okay. Active net is good. And let's go to a NIT request. If you've got your SimBrief account number in your ISCS, follow the manual and it'll explain the other features. But yeah, that's how you can get it to be able to set this up and bring your flight plan in. All right, now you see we don't have coordinates, so click IRS and now we'll align it. We are in gate C16. So we need 4535.4, 4534.4 north. West will be 122.35.9. Hey, that's pretty good. Well, double check. Thought that once before and the first numbers were wrong. 35.4. Good. Align. Confirm. When we get to 0, it will align to here instead of the reference point for the airport. Jump the gun, back to a NIT. Okay, so 66.50. Let's go with 50 just to be safe. And everything else looks good. Ontario's usual alternate, so Now let's go to page 2. Uh, 158.2. All right, since we got to change them both, 158.1 diagonal 29.2 18.9. Slight changes. Okay, now we go to F plan. Now I'm going to bring in charts. By the way, this is where you just, with NavGraph charts, you can go in, get your taxi, find your parking gates with chords or parking chords. However the chart is delineated, find your gate or gates within, and that's where I found the coordinates. All right, so yay, we're not showing on here. Hang on, click. There we go. So here's our departure. It looks more like this. Coming off the 2.8s, we're going to hit Peg T, Kelly, Routage, at or above 5,000, Tusham, and Chisholm, and I forget, Judah is where we're off to. Okay, initial climb should say, okay, 7,000's what we were given. So we'll put that in eventually. 2.8 left, direct Peg T. Then depicted to Chisholm, then be at or above 10,100 feet. How about that? Probably a mountain in front of us. So we come over here. We'll plan 2.8 left as sim brief, Cascade 4, Judah. And insert. And that's all we got to do. And one more time, Piketty, Kelly, Routledge, and Judah. Good. All right. Now the rest, June, JAGWA, BURGL. Okay. And now we begin setting up. That's some pretty, wow. We set up for LA. And LA, we're coming in on the Iron. I'm sorry, that's the Iron Man. I said Irwin. Iron Man. 24 right. Now, one thing you're going to notice. No approach. Now, we could do the RNAV Zulu, which means I need to do something real quick. Cancel that. Do this. Simultaneous RNIP runways 24. Is he saying any restrictions on them? No. All right. So I am going to actually do that. The RNAV Zulu off Dehar. Okay, so we're going to continue to fly it out, but you'll see we cut in a little quicker. So let's go arrival. We're not doing the ILS. Almost tricked myself. We're doing the 24 right Zulu. Okay, so you can see we're going to do the RNAV Zulu to 24 right from Dayar. Coming off the Ironman 2, we're going to transition it at BURGL. Insert. And then again, I'm just going to pull up the chart, make sure my fixes are right. Again, as I told the crowd in the beginning of the last flight, I'm going to tell you in this flight, I recommend doing this so you know you got your route correct. It really stinks when you get halfway in. It stinks when they change your approach. Yes, give it. But it sucks even more when you could have caught an error in your route going through it real quick. It takes just a few seconds. Saves a lot of heartache. There's Iron Man, Simon, Bayest, Juice, Cliffy, Dayar. Okay, so from Dayar, Norp, Lays, Mumby, Kobe, 24 right, and there you go. Missed approach is out to rafts for the hold. And if we should have to go to Ontario, we'll go to Ventura, Amuxie, and then to Palmdale for the arrival into Ontario. Cool. There you go, folks. That is our route verified. Now, it's not to say that between now and when we get there, they haven't changed anything. That's called flying. But you are as best as you can set up when you do this. All right, let's get this plane ready to finish up here. Okay, we're set if we need to come back. Performance. Up. All right. Go to takeoff performance. Let's pull up the latest and greatest METAR. All right, so what are we showing here? 241 at 6. Well, I'm actually showing no wind, so we'll go with this. Temperature 15. 30, 14. Dry, we won't need any ice. And we'll run with the packs on for the air conditioner. Let's see, 10,000, nearly 11,000, but we'll go with 10. Wow. We'll go with that. Flaps 2, we're going to do basically the same thing. Flex 71, 147, 147, 150, and go from there. Ooh, but the trim will be down 0.2. All right, so we put 3, we'll leave it, and flaps of 2. And request. Don't worry about flex takeoff here. You'll see in a second why. Just waiting for it to tell me it's come back. There we go. Clear. All right. Now this is if we go toga, which is mash it to the wall. we're now going to click Flex 71. There's our 147, 147, 150, flaps 2. It's a little more difficult to fix it here. That's why I do it on the page before. And then we'll insert. Oh, we actually have a PDX. Cool. All right, so 1040, 1040. Engine out, 28 left, 1600. And by the way, I do not know these formulas. I will show it here in 1 second. If you go to this gentleman's site, Blackbox 711, he's a great streamer. He's a real world Airbus, now Boeing 787 pilot. Europe. If you're in Europe, you will find most of the information on these charts. US, it gets kind of, some of the big airports and some of the, others. But I'm here to tell you, it'll give you, ooh, how did I miss? Glad I double checked my data. There we go. He'll give you the thrust reductions and the engine out. I don't know if it's a formula. I'm sure it is. And I'm assuming these are feet above the ground where you would reduce thrust. And if you had engine out, it would be 1,600 feet. So that's my guess. I really don't know. But great information on those charts, and I really do thank you, Black Box. Great streams. Get a chance, check him out. He'll DCS every now and then, or he'll just fly. Sometimes you got to bear with the foreign language. Sometimes he does them in English, but he's a lot of information. Speaking of information, it's time to get out of here. Okay, I got to find out where we were. So we got our ATIS, we got our ATC clearance, squawking standby. Let's get in here to the middle and get all of this squared away. All right, landing in case we come back. And he said 7,000. Okay. Brake fans off. Anti-skid, nose wheel steering on. Oh, we don't want that yet. And I think we are ready to go. Cockpit lights as required. All right, we're ready. Let's get the ACARS system up and running a second time. Are you kidding me? I got to log in. Sorry, folks. Damn, sis. I just was logged in. Irritating. Yeah, it's still me. Oh, that's so aggravating, All right, let's see. What booking? Gate D12. Where's D12? I was close. I was supposed to be on the other side. Hey, that's not bad. I was real close, though. At least that's what they're saying. It does matter. It's where I am now. So start. And we're up and running on them. And let me close that out. All right, we're ready to go. Let me see. Do we still have approach? We do. 18-1. But we don't have to call just yet. Remember, I'll read the clearance again. The important part, not the whole message. And wait a minute. We are available. Okay. Go here. Turn that off. All right, we're getting things cleared away as we speak. All right, so we're ready to go. The clearance that Clarence gave us, initial climb 7,000, expect flight level 350, 10 minutes out after departure. Frequency 118.1. We don't have a ground or a tower or a clearance. Call short of taxiway Tango, which, so you all get your bearings, is right about in here. And then they'll tell us which way we're going. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead, turn some of this up and running. All right, so beacon light. On. Okay, we got the bleed on. We're on the EPU. Oh yeah, fuel pumps. Okay, we're good to push. Better push back, please.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, and we'll plan it, and it'll be happening in a moment.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the
hush.
A2 are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Oh, hush.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right. We are ready to push. And again, we'll call for taxi once we're...
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, first thing I gotta do... Brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, number 2, firing up. All right. I don't know why they take so long, but they do.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right. Getting number 1 fired up. Oh, man. All right, let's clear them out of here. There's our line. We'll call them before we're ready to go.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
All right, we'll be watching for you, and y'all have a good day. Thanks for the pushback. By the way, free utility, everybody. Very simple to install, and it really is, as its name says, better pushback. Okay, gear pins out. Everyone should be away. Just waiting on the avail. And there it is. Okay, starting the chrono. All right, brake set engine mode to normal. Okay, flaps 2. Flight director's on. Auto brake to max. Flaps are set, spoilers are set, exponder, and cockpit doors locked, closed, flight controls check. Check, 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 check. All right, so we need down 2. Okay. All right, and while we're here, we're going to check our flight controls. I'm one of those, if I'm already checking for trim or something like that, why not just jump the gun a little bit and make sure the controls are good. And I do a few extra ones. It just seems to help me out on approach, where if I have to turn, even the slightest input will sometimes snap the aircraft. And this seems to help alleviate that. Don't ask me why. I'm not a computer engineer slash programmer slash scientist. I'm just a user. I'm one of those garbage in, garbage out guys. Okay, put that back. Deselect. Let's get the cabin alerted. All right, auto APU bleed off. And the APU itself off. And we're ready to go. Takeoff config check. Green. Portland departure, Redwood 1788, holding short Tango, ready for taxi.
Redwood 1798, Portland departure. Hello, Portland Delta Tree 014. Runway 28 left taxi via Tango Bravo 3 Bravo.
Okay, taxi via Tango 3 Bravo for 28 left, Redwood 1798. All right, here we go. Little bit of a taxi once we get over to Bravo. I'm not sure if I did that right or not, but I haven't been yelled at, so I guess I did. All right, flaps 2 is set. Let's continue our checklist. Parking brakes off, radars are on, transponder we'll have turned on here in a minute. Briefing anti-ice as needed. All right, well, we got going pretty decent on this one. Hang on. We're still about 40 minutes, 45 minutes since pushback, and 10 minutes after departure, we can climb to 350. All right, we're good to go. So again, as I was telling the crowd earlier, I hope you all have a fantastic Friday in progress. And looking forward to the weekend. Those in the U.S. starting to tune in. Hope you have a great Memorial Day. Remember those who have sacrificed it all for us, and even those who are still in the military. Remember them, folks. It's not as many think, and well, I thank you so much for the sacrifices you and your family give us each and every day to provide the freedoms that we have. Many of us take so much for granted. And approach Redwood 1798 will be ready to go at the end.
Redwood 1798, roger. Wind call, or correction, wind 2607, runway 28 left, cleared for takeoff.
Roger, cleared for takeoff 28 left, Redwood 1798. Okay, let's go through all of our checks because we told them we'd be ready. Elevator trim set. Terrain radar on. Takeoff briefing, all lights coming on. Okay, clear out. Lights are on. And be careful when you lift off from the runway here, folks. Remember, this is a long tube here. Tail strikes are pretty easy on it. 80. There's 100. V1. Rotate.
Portland approach, FedEx 1450 through 15,000.
FedEx 1453 Portland approach, good evening. Can you squawk Charlie or turn on your transponder for me?
Yeah, sorry about that. Get that fixed for you.
No problem. 1798, contact, say altitude passing.
And Redwood 1798, we're through 130 feet for 7,000.
Redwood 1798, roger, come and maintain 15,000.
Up to 15,000, Redwood 1798. My bad, we were at 1,000.
No problem. FedEx 1450 radar contact. 8 miles to the south, east of the Newburgh VOR. Descend via the Timbers 3 arrival. Expect the ILS 28 left approach to the Phoenix, or correction, Portland altimeter 3014.
I will expect the ILS 28 left approach for FedEx 1450.
Okay, takeoff, gear, spoilers, disarmed. They are not disarmed yet.
FedEx 1857 Portland approach. Are you on this frequency?
Auto thrust, level climb. We're in climb mode. And we can turn the nose and turn off lights off.
Portland approach, how you doing? FedEx 1857, have information, Golf Timbers 3, out of 13.7.
FedEx 1853 Portland approach. I'm doing well. Idents for me.
Alright, ident. FedEx 1857 heavy.
FedEx 1857 radar contact 25 miles southeast of the Newburgh VOR. Descend via the Timbers 3 arrival. Expect the ILS 28 left approach the Portland altimeter 3014.
3014, we got Golf ILS 28 left for FedEx 1857.
FedEx 1857, thank you for call.
All right, we're through 8,000. On up to 15. At 15's when he's going to cut us loose. All right, we don't need this anymore. All right, again, hope you all enjoyed our departure out of Portland. As Mr. Scott has put us into warp speed already.
1450, descend and maintain 4000.
4000 on FedEx 1450.
Okay, we got about 2 hours or so to go.
FedEx 1450, turn left heading 010.
Left heading 010, FedEx 1450.
Redwood 1798, you're leaving my airspace. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Cloud unrestricted is approved. Have a good day.
All right, thanks for the ATC. Have a great day. Over to Unicom. Redwood 1798.
FedEx 5.
Okay, let's head on up to 35. I think I forgot. Yep, I sure did. Forgot the headlights again. All right, we're on our way to Los Angeles. And as we get higher, our ETE drops exponentially as we go towards it. So got about 15,000 feet to go. So enjoy. Oh, as we can see some of the volcanoes and higher mountains out here. Hope you enjoy the trek southward as we're beginning. I think we're beginning that turn. Nope, not yet. Almost. All right, now that's the weirdest cloud bank I've ever seen. Look like like the sea of ocean waves out there. And absolutely, I believe I saw no weather down to LA. If everything is to be believed. Wow, there is a lot of ground traffic in Los Angeles. So we'll kind of deal with it when we get down there. Folks, sit back, relax. Hey, it's Friday. You've earned it. And hope you enjoy. We're going to run a little bit of music here to tide us over as we head southward. So far, LA is still up with their center. And let me see who's running it. Oh, we have two. Okay, well, neither have I ever dealt with. We'll find out what they're like when we get down there. So I hope you enjoy, and we'll have a great flight here flying for Piedmont Virtual. Check them out. They're a group, basically historical airlines you may or may not have heard of. Piedmont being one. Now, not the Piedmont you know today with the Embrias and that. No, we're talking prior to U.S. Air, which or U.S. Air, which was the formation of Piedmont, Allegheny, PSA. I think there was another one, but anyway, they came together and became U.S. Airways, which would eventually buy out. Well, which would eventually get bought out by America, which would then buy out American. Does that make sense? Welcome to the world of business and airlines. But anyway, this is before then when they actually flew 727s, 767s, 737s, and other aircraft. Today, like I said, you know Piedmont with the regional aircraft. So, but they also have some Pan Am routes, some, I can't think of all the Ansets down in Australia. Oh, I'm just drawing a blank, and I'm not going to look them up. Check them out. The web address is up there for you. Check them out there. They're a pretty good airline. They do try to fly in as more realistic aspect as they can, not to the level that Virtual American does. They're Virtual American is a sister airline because this one formed first to it, but they do keep to a lot of the standards that now American puts out, those of us with virtual, which by the way was the flight before. So again, let's try to keep it as complicated as possible. So, but if you check them out, Piedmont-virtual.com, you can check it out before you sign, because, you know, some people come back to me and say, hey, that's a pretty rough airline. You should have been warned by reading. Sorry for that, but you know, buyer beware. In this case, if you want to join a VA, beware, you know, check them out. Know what you're getting into, because some of them will reject flights if you're not in the right. Oh my goodness, what I've heard and seen. It's some are unbelievable, but that's how their group wants to fly. So you have to respect that. So we are on our way, and right now we're looking at about an hour and a half to Los Angeles. I'm going to go ahead, kick off that music, sit back and relax, enjoy it. Get ready for your Friday night and Memorial Day weekend. God bless. We'll be hanging out here. We got an hour and a half to go. And when we get into center, we'll probably cool the music a little bit because it'll be making things a little difficult. So here we go. All right, we're back, folks. Sorry about that. Needed to stretch my chicken legs and just kind of walk around. I hope y'all, like I said, are having a great Friday, and I hope it's going to be a great weekend for you. Enjoy. We got about an hour and 20 minutes or so. We're just now leveling. Let me try something here. Okay, I'm done playing around. Queen Yanni, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow, and looks like we also hit a goal of 470 followers. That is awesome. Thank you all so much for that achievement. All right, we're right about an hour out of Los Angeles. So enjoy the ride. We've got LAX Center still ahead of us. And who knows what'll come up between now and then. So enjoy, and we'll see you here shortly. We're going to let the music keep on. We're getting down by the Bay Area. So we'll be getting into Los Angeles probably here in the next 15 to 30 minutes.
What's up?
Not much. What's going on?
Not much. Are you muted in the stream?
Not anymore. You need me to be?
I CTD.
Yeah, the flight factor's still CTDing. I brought us back on live. Yeah, the flight factor still. I mean, great updates. I'm still trying to get used to the panel look, but because I've had flight factor for 5 years and so used to that old panel, seeing something new is a little. I'm not sure how to take it yet.
Is it bad?
No, I mean, other than the CTDs, but they were there before. They've been probably since February.
Does the cockpit look good?
I guess. I don't know if it's true or not. It kind of fades. It's weird. And it's probably a lot of things causing this, and hopefully they figure it out, because it's a shame. That was such a go-to airplane for me, the 767.
Is there a 757 like that too?
I would assume, well, I know it was CTDing because of that folder, but they say they updated it too, but I don't fly it, so I don't know. And the latest update that came out today for the 767 does not appear to address the CTDs. So, if you want to fly it with the new updates, to everyone out there, you're going to have to still pull that TGDS or whatever the heck it was called folder from your, I think it's in plugins, wherever it's at, and it should fly fine. I haven't tested it. I did that last night, completely off stream, completely offline, and yeah, 5 minutes after takeoff, bloop. Off it went. Just like before. Oh well. I don't want to like to say this, but I think a little bit of karma came at him. Focused too much on cards of sevens and forget those sevens and other products of yours, and you kind of get yourself in this bind. But I don't run a company, so I can't really speak too much and too loudly. I just know if it says flight factor right now, we are not flying it.
Yeah, they try to get us to work the whole weekend because of the holidays, so
I'll bet.
the supervisors did like a what the hell you call that? What do you call that?
Overworked?
No, not overworked. So, man,
Overtime?
no, not overtime.
I'm out of words.
Like when you like kind of agree with it, so you come up with like a solution. So anyway, the supervisors came up with an idea to be like, we'll work the weekend, but we're going to have one team Saturday and one team Sunday. But we're not going to work the whole weekend. Only the 4 hours out of the day.
That's, I guess, not as bad. I got to work 6 tomorrow, but that's my normal day anyway.
To be able to get paid for that Monday, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, now, are you guys union?
No.
Okay.
No, I made sure of that before I was hired.
Well, I mean, I've worked for one that was really good. That actually, of all things, and people, don't let your jaw hit too hard to the ground, the railroad. Now, after this past threatening of strikes and all, not certain that is a true story anymore. But the yard, at least I worked in, seemed like they had a better understanding of things. So, instead of the pie in the sky that most unions have. All right, where is top of descent gonna be on this one?
So you still undecided about that plane or not?
Which one, the BAE?
Yeah.
My only reason for indecision is money that I don't have right now. So, but that is one aircraft that is high on my list that I would like to get.
I guess what's his face really likes it. That I forget his name, but he streams.
Iron
Millennium
Condor?
or whatever.
Which
No,
one?
not Condor, the other one.
A lot of people do like the plane. I liked it when I flew it. Now, it was a free version in a Century of Flight or FSX. I think it was a Century of Flight, and it didn't pan out well in FSX. But anyway, it was a great plane, great panel that I found for it. But wow, what a plane! They actually had a special approach for it into Aspen, I think it was, where they actually came over the mountain and in for the runway, straight in. Because they could put that brake out and just drop like a rock. Now the plane's gone, so now you got to come in on that RNIP approach in. Let alone going into London City.
You said there was another update today on those planes?
For which one?
The 757 and the 767?
The 76 has another update, came out today. Around 11 o'clock my time. Maybe 12 my time. Right now, I don't have any intentions of flying it. If I do, I'll take the folder out, test it out. Because for all I know, it may not even go that way, too. You know?
Did you take the folder out?
Not yet, no. I tried it with the folder in, figuring an update's an update. Nope. I guess it's a real booger for them to find the fix for this. I'll be honest, it's kind of like the one FJS has with the 727 and X-Plane 11. Of course, they'll tell you they don't have a problem, but you take the folder out, guess what? plane flies. Go figure. But now FJS won't even give us the plane in 12. All right, we're getting to the equal time point between Portland and Los Angeles. And again, we're about an hour out of Los Angeles, maybe a little under, but hopefully ATC isn't too crazy down there. Because I hate it when I can't get a word in edgewise and from silliness usually. Oh, center's down, right? Wait a minute. Am I in the right one? Yeah, I am. Center's down right now. Hard to believe we're going into the last week of May and it is 71 degrees here in St. Louis. Oh, God help us come June and July and August.
That's 60 here.
Yeah, it's been so, I mean, you don't normally get to open windows and we're gonna pay dearly, I think, for this. Which is good. Go ahead.
I like cold weather, so it doesn't really bother me.
Well, I will say one positive note to the cooler weather here. By the way, I like it too. Since we had that big tornado hit here in St. Louis, it's good that they're not in the normal kind of temperatures we usually see and the unforgiving humidity while they're trying to clean up and put their lives back together. That was a monster of a tornado last week.
Yeah, I heard it ripped through Kentucky pretty good.
Yeah, that one too. That one actually started, I want to say that was Sikeston, Missouri-ish area, and went all the way across to that part of Kentucky. Of course, lifting and coming down all the way. About 18, was it 18 different ones or 8 different tornadoes out of that same storm? The one in St. Louis pretty much ended in St. Louis. Got across the river, but I forget how far here in Illinois. And I didn't hear the strength of the one in Kentucky. So, but I've seen a couple aerial pictures of it cutting through the forest land. Wow. It was a big tornado.
Yeah, it was a E4.
E4? Okay.
Yeah.
St. Louis,
Or
they had
EF4.
initially said an EF4, but then backed it to an EF3. So, problem was it was rain wrapped, so you really couldn't see it, but yet you knew it was in there when you see the pictures, and not the photoshopped ones that have been all over Facebook and all. The actual photos of it coming through. Couple of them that I saw sure looked like the one we saw in The Wizard of Oz. Claiming to be, that was the tornado that came through. No, it was rain wrapped, so you would never have seen it.
I still haven't been to Kansas.
There's not much there to it once you get past Kansas City. Once you get past Kansas City, Salina, and Wichita, yeah, you've seen Kansas, because the rest of it is just nothing. Sorry for those of you that live in Kansas. I've driven there. I know. Yeah, Wichita cracked me up. I came into there, made the delivery. It is unbelievably flat there. And I thought our area of the world was flat. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. It's so flat there. Kind of like along the Mississippi River from just south of Cape Girardeau all the way down into Memphis. I mean, there is the biggest hump in the road is an overpass. That's it. I mean, flat as a board. All the way down to Oklahoma City and out towards Amarillo. I don't know any further into Kansas how far it goes, but wow. That is some flat land. Well, I guess tomorrow we're supposed to see some rain here in St. Louis. I'm hoping after work. Ah, starting Sunday, it's saying now. Cool. I hope that's true. I just caught a news story. A judge has intervened against Trump. Trump's executive order barring foreign students to Harvard.
Yeah.
Let me go back. Oh no, where'd it go? Oh, it must have been fake news. Oh, here it is. Oh, there's, I guess, a news story out there in the Rolling Stone about myths and truths about Wizard of Oz. I know some of them, but...
I heard a couple small people kill themselves.
Really? Now that I
Yeah.
hadn't heard. The things I was when I was in a film appreciation class that a lot of people didn't catch on as the Wizard of Oz portrayed. It has a lot of politics in it. Of the day, not today, of that day, the Depression.
Yeah,
And go ahead.
I forget which scene it was, but I think it was like near where the scarecrow was located. That a small person hung himself during that scene.
Wow.
Like there's all sorts of like dark stories to the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I'm sure. Because, you know, when it released, like I said, it was in the Depression long before the 40s when we were getting ready to gear up for war. And that's where the black and white, by the way, folks, comes in. The Depression. It's why it was shot in two different schemes. And then the color was the good days to come. So that's the big political plot to it. And that was actually intentional. And each of the characters had a place in the political history and all of that of the day. Of what was going on. And then the little people as well. I didn't hear about any of them getting hung or getting hung. Hanging themselves. Pretty hard. So that's a shame. I never heard that. All right, let's get back and see.
I'm gonna go grab some grub. I'll be right back.
Go for it. Huh. Ouch. All right, little news fact out here from News Nation. A Texas woman won $83.5 million. She hasn't been paid 3 months afterwards and is now suing the Texas Lottery Commission. I wonder how many stories like this are indeed out there that they aren't, some of these payouts, how are they paying them? So $83.5 million, that's a small one compared to $500 million. And Texas didn't pay her out? Wow. Oh, geez. And, I'd love to play. I have played the lottery a couple of times. And that's what my fear was. The state would never pay. Especially the one I live in. So, wow. Speaking of all of this, let's get a fun fact. What the heck? All right, it takes at least 8 bees their lifetime to create a teaspoon of honey. Didn't know that? Wow. So 8 bees over their lifetime it takes to create a teaspoon of honey. Wow. Granted, there's hundreds, if not thousands of bees in many of the hives we see. Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's incredible. So those of you that love your honey realize it took 8 bees their entire life to make that for you. Just a teaspoon of it. How dare you? Oh. Do you hear that though? What's happening in Texas? About that lady suing the lottery commission?
I heard parts of what you said, but I think
She
caught the end
won
of it.
$83.5 million. She hasn't been paid. It hasn't been paid out at all, and it's been 3 months. And she's suing them, rightly so. Should have been paid out as soon as she came forward, either in her lump sum or monthly allotments, whatever. That part they didn't say, or I didn't dig in to find out. But unreal. And that's why I'm having a hard time ever playing the lottery. Especially in the state I live, would they ever pay it out? Because they sure as heck aren't paying it to the schools. Because now we got to have gambling to pay for schools.
So I mean, what are they doing?
What do you mean?
Like, are they going to like come up with some type of solution? They're just going to be like, we're
Who
not
knows?
paying
She's
you.
suing them, so we'll have. These are just headlines I'm pulling off of MSN, which is not a news network I even consider a news network. I have no idea. That story, by the way, whoop, get your butt back up here. Came from News Nation. So who knows? Again, it's a headline to grab you, to make you read and come to their channel to watch. So, but no, I don't consider any kind of NBC, MSN as garbage. Worst of the rags. But I'm beginning to hear this one more and more in this country too. Denmark raises the retirement age to its highest in, I'm sure, the world. They're talking of people want it raised to 70 here. Fine and dandy, but they don't know what life is like after 60. So, maybe those millennials ought to get their butts to work. Quit finding excuses why not. And if you're a millennial there, Godspeed, sorry. So we are on our way with about 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes to Los Angeles. I'm assuming Auto ATC is going to probably start our descent or very close to it. Let's see. Oh, LA Center came back up again. Now who's controlling? Again, people I don't know. All right, well, we hope for the best going in here.
Are you talking about who's suing the View? Mike?
Yo.
Hi.
Hi.
Who you talk? I just have I came at a really awkward moment. I was
Like you always do.
Don't I?
No, I was just going through some news things, and a Texas lady is suing the Texas Lottery Commission. She won $83.5 million and hasn't been paid in her payout has not come to her in 3 months. At all.
She ain't gonna get that kind. She ain't gonna get that. She ain't gonna win.
So, but that's why, you know, I live in a state that they would probably never pay it out. And
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not holding anybody accountable. But look at the Indian reservations. When people win a jackpot, they never pay them out anyway.
yeah. So, and then I mean, look at the schools. Are they paying them out? Well, now we got to have gambling to pay them.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, it's definitely interesting, the news out there, but
Because I did a really quick, I did a really quick search for who's suing who, and they came up with everybody suing the View for this, that. Like, who isn't suing the View for one thing or another?
but yeah, it was the Texas Lottery Commission being sued.
They're gonna that's gonna be thrown out in a heartbeat. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. It depends how they're supposed to pay out and why they're not paying out. I don't know the time frames, so, but in the state of Illinois, I would never expect to ever see a dime out of them.
Yeah, here in Minnesota, same thing.
So, but no, the other big story I was reading, I didn't dig in. These are just headlines. So
Yeah.
for all we know, there's nothing to any of these. because they're trying to get you to read, and in that case, go to News Nation and watch, which I won't. But Wizard of Oz, the truths and myths about it. And Godspeed was telling us that one of the Munchkins hung themselves not far from where the Scarecrow hung on his.
Well, I can. You know what? The way they treated those poor little guys.
I know. But yeah, I mean, I know the political part to it. I didn't know that about one of the Munchkins, so
Yeah.
if not more of them. So,
I know Judy Garland was overworked and underpaid. I know that much.
oh yeah,
That poor dog, Toto. There were no rights for dogs like there are for animals.
poor doggy. So, but yeah, it was a film appreciation class that I learned some of the politics that was actually intended and intentionally put into The Wizard of Oz.
Huh.
The black and white and the color, especially. Because remember, that was the black and white days. But color had just came out.
Right. I thought. Wait, that was a political stunt or what?
That was a political statement. The black and white, as people have already heard, was the times they lived in, the Depression. The color was the good days ahead.
It's probably why the Addams Family is so popular.
So, and another one, just so y'all know, New Hope. Star Wars, the very, very first movie they released. Same thing. It released at a time when America was not doing great financially.
Oh, okay.
Compliments of that president back then. And New Hope was the hope of what was coming. Well, it ended up in the movie as well, along with, and you could go politically with that one. Oh man, Star Trek is loaded with it.
Oh, that's no lie. I can totally see that.
So it's really interesting when you know, like I said, that film appreciation class was really cool. Saw some movies. Laurel and Hardy on one. Gosh, that was great to watch that one. But then to write reports on them, that wasn't easy.
Oh, poor Mike, back to school again.
But, you know, to sit back and try to put your thoughts down of what the movie portrayed.
Oh,
Not like a review.
Check this out. When I was in school, when I was going to school for radio and television, the required curriculum said I had to do like you said, film appreciation or film, you know, either watch a movie or something like that and write all this dissertation about this, that, the other thing. My brain was so clunked, I could not do it.
Well, get AI to do it.
Well, there was no AI back then. Oh yeah, I would have gone to use AI, go back, what, 8 years? Come on now.
That's what they do today. Well, I'll just put AI to work on it.
I know they do, and it's just like, okay.
I can't imagine what school's like now.
I know. Oh, by the way, speaking of schools, you all heard about that? Hold on, let me turn my mic down because that sounds like I'm hypermodulating in your stream. No, it's down really low. Anyway, so we heard about that that shooting outside the elementary school outside the elementary school track meet.
No, I haven't heard. The only news I've seen is when I pull up this on my computer and it tells me Billy Joel's canceling shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's got some kind of brain
Yeah.
disease. What? Yeah. So do a really quick Google search. All 9 of you people, or 8 of you, including me. Do a search for that. What was it? Somebody, there was a shooting outside a school that was having a track meet with elementary school kids. If you can look that up real quick, I got a little tidbit for you about that. And while you're looking it up, if you are, I don't
You
wanna
talking about
dox myself.
DC?
Yeah, in DC, yeah.
Okay.
My niece was at that JAG meet.
Oh,
Yeah, and her friend's dad was the lone witness. He saw it all happen.
Oh,
He was,
yuck.
you know, yeah, he's scared out of his mind that something's gonna happen because they have not found the people who pulled the trigger yet.
that's not good.
No. So, so when that happened, every one of those kids were rushed into when they heard the pop, 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 pop. Or I don't know if it was pop, 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 but it was just a couple pops anyway. Yeah, so they rushed all the kids inside. And my poor niece just does not want to go back to school right
Oh,
now.
I can wholeheartedly understand that.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. We still find ORD, Mike, or we find LAX now?
We're on LAX.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, there. Why don't you look at Duluth? Look at the flight plan upstairs. Okay.
I was gonna say that, but then you beat me to it. 240. I love it when the wind's down the runway. All right, RNIP, what are we looking at here for minimums? 362.
Oh, you know you want to do the ILS. Come on, Mike.
362.
So, Godspeed, did you get tired of me calling you Nerdy Boy? Is that why you changed your name back?
What are you talking about?
You were Nerd with Wings for a little bit. What happened to that game?
I just went back.
No, I thought I upset you or something calling you Nerdy Boy. No,
No,
okay. I just worried there for a minute.
that was available in the pool, and I took it back.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, looking at the Iron Man 2. Can't
Iron
tell
Man
if they're
2.
going to make us, if I'm going to have to descend before LA Center or not.
I was going to change it to Flying with Godspeed, but I didn't want to steal Mike's thunder.
I've already seen half a dozen with the start of Flying with.
Yeah, Flying with Joe. Have you seen that one?
I've seen that and a few others.
I saw Fly with Joel. That's the one I saw.
I didn't want him kicking me out.
Why
It
wouldn't
takes
they-
a lot to get banned by me.
Hey, who's this guy? Flying with Mike? Band.
Well, that's going to work out just perfect. The music will end and we'll be just about to LA Center.
Have you guys ever ate bean soup?
Bean soup. Is it what kind of bean soup?
It's just got beans and soup
It's got beans and soup in it.
and ham.
Oh, beans. Oh,
Love that one, Godspeed. Love it.
wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow.
Stepped into that one, so to speak.
I did.
All right, folks, we are 30 minutes still out of LA by the time we do the procedures. Hope y'all are ready for this. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a word in usually in LA. Usually you can't.
I did buy that plane, by the way, Mike.
Uh-oh.
I've been watching, what's his name? Q8.
Oh, oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's good.
He was
He's a
saying
good
something
reviewer.
about- he was saying something like in the FAB how there's like after you're done calculating the fuel, like you can't like add it. So you gotta add it like in the menu or something.
Huh. Well, give us a test flight and let us know.
I almost.
I almost bought 2 of them just because I wanted you to do it.
Ah,
Because you make those good videos, man.
26,525.
Yeah.
LA Center, good evening. 897 Papa
So
Charlie.
guys, I
Flight
bought a new
South.
headset last night. And I got it this morning.
Alright, 907 Papa Charlie, LA Center,
And
climbing
it's
tail
already
310.
No, I thought it was, but no,
897
it's just the
Papa Charlie.
audio driver.
Is it a seal?
Los Angeles Center, Redwood 1798 with you, flight level 350.
Redwood 1798, LA Center, radar contact, descend via Ironman 2 arrival, LA altimeter 29905.
Descend via the Ironman arrival, Redwood 1798.
LA Center, hello, Southwest 2677, maintain
Man,
flight
that's
level
a lot of
240
words.
to meet Pirate, flight level 240. That was 2677, LA Center, low, descend to maintain 8000, expect GPS runway 25 approach from Quang.
All right, let me do some quick math.
25 from Quang, Southwest 2677.
Math? Wait, what?
Center Southwest 4891, if we at their next waypoint up here, is it possible to get a left 360 for our altitude? That was 4891, that's approved, left, just report trying to get
like
that.
a NASCAR race
Roger, will do, 4891.
interview.
That was 2677, reduced speed 250. Reduced 250, Southwest.
I just hate when there's 2 centers and you don't know which one to start with.
Right. I hate that too.
That was 4891. If you get the airport in sight, I can clear you for the visual.
All right, so we got an RNAV approach.
4891. Even better, Southwest
Well, how do you know
4891,
which
clear
one
visual
to
approach,
connect
runway
to? Do they
25.
tell you?
Any
Well,
maneuvers
this
as you need.
time he came out and told me talk to him before I got into the center. So, and that gave me the frequency. BURGL, BURGL is the when we cross into the center.
Is it possible ILS runway 7 at Santa Barbara? Yeah, sure, why not? South 2677, you expect that. Oh, roger that, thank you.
So I think it DOUIT is going to be about where we start our descent, maybe just before it. Do it.
And Center Southwest 4891, do you want us to go any lower than 8,000? South 4891, you're clear visual approach 25, so just visually approach the runway 25, so it's your discretion. Roger, my apologies. Southwest 4891.
All right, let's see if anybody's around us. Where the heck am I? There I am. Nope, nobody nearby.
Crime Center, good day. KLM 60 inbound BURGL, with information Charlie.
Kilo 603 LA Center,
Roger. Descend via Ironman 2 arrival. LA altimeter 2995.
Send via the Ironman 2 arrival, altimeter 295, KLM 602.
LA Center, good afternoon, American 2801, climbing via the Panda 2 out of 10,400.
Mac 2801, LA Center, climb maintain follow 350.
Climb and maintain 350 for 2801.
That was 4891, wind 1406, runway 25, clear to land.
Again for 4891.
That was 4891, runway 25, clear to land.
25 clear to land, Southwest 4891, thank you.
All right, let's start this descent, and we are going.
Southwest 2677, is it possible direct to the last fix on the star, Golf Romeo Sierra, November?
Negative, unable.
All right, we are coming down.
Air Canada 5227, Mandry altitude, climb maintain follow 360 for traffic.
360, Air Canada 5227.
Air Canada 5227, traffic 12 o'clock, 10 miles is a CRJ7, 1,000 above you, should be no factor.
Inside Air Canada 5227.
Roger. Guys, 4927 traffic off your right, 6 miles northbound is an Air Canada Heavy 787, 1,000 below you, no factor.
Yeah, we have that traffic in sight, Southwest, Skywest 4927.
Roger.
All right, there's Do It. Now Crowie. Then my favorite one, Muppet. M-Dots, Gripper, Biking, Running. This doesn't sound like Iron Man.
2677, do you expect approach from Golet?
Expecting from Golet, Southwest 2677.
Usually when you have approaches like this, you would expect movie references or something. I guess biking and running would be, but that's about it. That's depressing.
Who's checking it?
There was Speedbird 269er Super.
Speedbird 269, LA Center, low. Speedbird 269, descend via Angel 4 arrival, Terry altimeter 29902.
Angel 4 arrival and altimeter 29902, Speedbird 269er.
That was 2677, cleared direct Golet, cross Golet at or above 4,000, cleared ILS runway 7 approach.
Southwest 2677, we'll go direct Golet, cross Golet at or above 4,000, cleared ILS 7 approach. Southwest 2677.
KLM 603, request descent 10 miles before BURGL.
Yeah, 603, yep, I give you descent via clearance, which means it's your discretion to meet all the altitude restrictions on the star, so your discretion. Air Canada 5227, thank you much. You can climb and maintain 390 now.
390, Air Canada 5227, no worries.
Air Skywest 4927, requested 5 minutes away.
Skywest 4927, stand by. Let me see if I can get an early handoff for you.
Standing by.
Yeah, not yet. Skywest 4927, yep, just come back 5 minutes.
Alright, we'll let you know when we're back. Skywest 4927.
KLAX 602, request attention.
Cam 603, again, you can descend via, so it's your discretion. Meet the altitude restrictions on the star, so just KLM 603, descend via Ironman 2 arrival, your discretion.
Descend via Ironman 2 on an discretion, Cam 603, thank you.
And Center for Speedbird 269er.
Good.
Speedbird 269er, was it also for us descended on discretion and just following Angel 4?
Yep, so in the U.S., when you get a descend via clearance, the star has altitude restrictions you have to meet. So when you get a descend via, you just meet those altitude restrictions all the way to the bottom altitude in the star, which is the last waypoint. It's usually like, for the Angel 4, I think it's like 12,000 or whatever. So just, it's your discretion all the way down. Just meet the altitude restrictions.
Speedbird 269er Super, copy that at own discretion down to the restriction by the star, and if possible later on for information, request our number approach on the 2 for ride for practice.
Alright, you can talk to that with the next ad.
Roger.
In LA Center, hello, Delta 3305, 12000.
Delta 3305 LA Center, low climate tape file 350.
Up to 350, Delta 3305.
All right, so we are descending. I've just got us set to 12,000, which is Simon, actually Ironman. And then I'll set us to 6,000.
Center, set this 4891 vacated to 5.
That's 4891, welcome to Santa Barbara. Taxi to parking via Alpha, cross runways 15 right, 15 left. Have a good one.
Parking via Alpha across both the 15s, and we'll see you in a little bit. First up this 4891.
LA Center, 7 Papa Charlie is going to step away for about 5 minutes.
All right, and for those that didn't hear earlier, Flight Factor does have updates for the 767-757. But I flew a flight last night, very short, just wanted to check it out. St. Louis to Chicago, crash to desktop, still happens with that folder still in TGDS, I think it is. So you're going to still have to remove it. Other things you may or may not like is the new panel look to it and some other things, but unfortunately the crash to desktops are still occurring. So I'm going to probably keep it in the hangar until they figure out what's causing the crash to desktops. So, but obviously beta 6, that's what we're in, 2.0 beta 6 for X-Plane 12. Looking great, although you can't really tell much out there because it's clear skies right now here in Los Angeles. So we are working our way in. Come about Ironman, we should clear most of the mountains except for a couple of spotty ones here and there to the coast, and then into the basin.
Air Canada 5227, contact Delhi Center 124.62, yeah. Redwood 1798, contact SoCal approach 128.05, yeah.
128.05 for Redwood 1798.
That was 2677, runway
1, wind 22010, guest 17, taxiway Charlie, clear for takeoff.
Taxiway Charlie, clear for takeoff, Able 1.
SoCal approach, Redwood 1798 with you, descending on the Ironman 2.
Redwood 1798, SoCal approach below, information hotel current. I don't remember where Virgin America used to park, but I could give you 25 left or 24 right. What would you like today?
I'm back. Sorry.
We prefer 24 right if possible.
Redwood 1798, expect ILS for my 24 right approach.
And we are set up for the RNAV, not to be too particular.
Expect RNAV Zulu, runway 24 right approach.
24 right instead of 24 right.
All right, we'll expect the RNAV Zulu for 24 right. Thank you, sir.
Able 1, radar contact, say altitude.
800 for 1000, we'd like to follow the coastline northbound.
I'm sorry, what was that now, Godspeed?
Able 1, Roger, resume on navigation, maintain appropriate vehicle
Would it have been wrong if he would have said
Alright, resume on navigation
No,
and...
you'll hear it many different ways. It really doesn't matter. But they get it, you know. Most pilots will do it number, you know, 2-4, just to be specific, but you could get away with 24.
Or 8320 Oscar, SoCal approach radar contact, squawk 5116.
Boy, I got to be on my P's and Q's since I've now said I'm going to do the RNAV.
Skyhawk 32 Oscar, LA altimeter 29905.
All right, running. Okay, we're doing good at that altitude. Okay, Ironman between 16 and 12. We got that beat. Simon at 12,000. Looks like we'll hit that. So, just got to make sure I get my speeds down because, boy, usually they cut you in about half the distance on the ILS, and there's not a lot of room for mistakes. And hopefully I don't nail it at 800 to 900 feet a minute. Nailed it. All right, again, welcome aboard Flying with Mike. We are in the final part of the flight, the approach to Los Angeles from Portland. Glad to have you all aboard. Hope you all enjoy. We're in the A321NEO today from Toliss.
Hack 32 Oscar, Burbank, altimeter 29903. 29903 for 32 Oscar.
Oh, I misspelled.
Approach, good afternoon, Spirit 269, super review for level 240 and 04, hotel is on board. Speedbird 269er super, SoCal approach low at Circus, cleared Alice, runway 25 left approach. Spirit 269er, copy that, at Circus cleared for less approach on 25 left. If possible, we would request airline approach 24 right instead. Speedbird 269er super, at Circus cleared RNAV, runway 24 right approach. At Circus cleared RNAV 24 right approach to 269er super, thank you very much.
All right, so now we're continuing to 9,000 at Bayest. Cliffy, 7,210 on the speed. Bayest, by the way, 240. So we're hanging out pretty good on speed.
Cessna 32 Oscar, make straight on runway 8. Make straight on runway 8, the number 32 Oscar. Redwood 1798 at Dodger, cleared Arnaz Zulu, runway 2 for right approach.
Oh, Redwood 1798 understands at Dodger, cleared for the RNAV 24 right. Just took me a second to figure out what Dodger was.
No worries, it's Arnaz Zulus aren't used too much on the network. Usually we get ILS, but you know, it's kind of quiet. It's kind of a chill time right now, so. SoCal approach, radio check, please. Auto clear.
Okay, so from
Approach table 1,
Dodger.
we'd like to make a 180 and follow the coastline southbound now. Table 1, roger.
All right, Juice, 8,000 or higher, 7,000 at Cliffy, and 210. Okay, we got flaps 1 out. Now, I may be a little early with that. That'll help to get us slowed without having to pop spoilers. And then Dodger, we begin our RNAV, and that's a descent to 2,500 feet.
So 32 Oscar, wind 180 at 12, gust 17, runway 8, quarter lane. Runway clear to land, over 32 Oscar.
Okay, here we go.
Papa Mike, 2 Kilo at runway airport with info November at the J ramp at Cessna 152, VFR to Los Angeles if able, with flight holding.
Approach, KLM 633 heavy inbound biking, descending to alongside the Ironman 2 arrival with reservation Charlie on board.
KLM 603 heavy, SoCal approach low, thanks for Charlie, expect ILS runway 24 right approach.
Expect ILS 24 right, KLM 632. KLM 632, can we get the RNAV Zulu for 24 right?
KLM 603, expect RNAV Zulu runway 24 right.
Everyone's following suit.
Right, 632, thank you.
Papa Mike to Joe, radio check.
Because from I just
Papa
heard
Mike
a
to
weather
Kilo
alert.
at Cessna 152 at Junling with info November at the GA stands requesting taxi to runway 20 left with flight holding to Los Angeles if able.
Papa Mike 2 Kilo, SoCal approach, squawk 6767
No,
run.
I can't hear you
Runway
now.
20 left.
That's because I haven't been talking.
Altimeter.
Well, I saw the
2994.
thing moving.
Okay, so
Is that a weather thing alert?
What weather alert?
I thought I heard like a weather alert thing.
Not here.
I don't know. Man, where all the clouds at, Mike?
I'm in LA. Never rains here, remember?
I've never been to LA, so I can't tell you.
You don't know the song? Oh my gosh.
No.
Whippersnappers.
I know it never rains in Vegas.
Table 1, how are you planning to transit the Bravo today?
We'd actually like to stop back at Lindbergh.
About 300 miles north and east. Okay, we're going to get the landing gear out to help slow down.
Bravo airspace, makes approach straight into taxiway Charlie.
Alright, straight in approach, taxiway Charlie, Able 1.
And then Skyhawk 32 Oscar, clear runway 8. Skyhawk 32 Oscar, you got a millionaire?
We'll just go, we'll go to millionaire at 32 Oscar.
Skyhawk 32 Oscar, text to millionaire via Delta, good day.
Via Delta to millionaire, 32 Oscar, good day.
Redwood 1798, contact LA Tower 120.95.
Over to 120.905, Redwood 1798. Thanks.
KLM 603 heavy at Dodger, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 24 right approach.
Dodger cleared ILS RNAV Zulu 24 right approach, KLM 630 heavy.
And Los Angeles Tower, Redwood 1798, firming up on 24 right on the RNAV.
Redwood 1798, LA Tower, good afternoon. Wind 240 at 12, runway 24 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 24 right. Thanks for putting the wind down the runway. Hawker, welcome in. Hawker with a resub Welcome in, sir. Thank you so much. 47 months in a row. All right, flaps full, brakes medium, gears down, flaps full, and spoilers set. We're ready for the landing. Put your predictions in, folks. We're actually forgetting we are not on an ILS. All right, we're getting things under control now. And we're going to be stable, landing 24 right, cleared to land. All right, there's the runway.
Los Angeles Tower, Delta 212.
Delta 212 LA Tower, good afternoon.
Delta 212 International Terminal with information hotel, ready for pushback. Be advised we're limited to straight pushback only.
Delta 212 Heavy, roger that. Push on to Delta is approved at your discretion, any direction as needed, and you can expect runway 24 left. Does that work for you today?
24 left sounds great, and we'll do a straight pushback onto Delta 212.
Redwood 1798, welcome to LA, cross runway 24 left. Where are you parking today?
I believe it'd be Terminal 3, Gate 33.
Roger that, Redwood 1998, crossing 24 left, continue Echo, hold short of Delta 10 for now.
Cross 24 left to Echo, hold short of which runway? Or correction, taxiway?
Imagine if there was collision on VATSIM.
Should never happen. Unless people don't turn off their crash features. And Tower Redwood 1798, we're off all runways. Which taxiway to hold short?
Yeah, Redwood 1798, continue on Echo, Delta 9 to the ramp, hold short Delta 10 for now.
All right, continue. Echo Delta 9 will hold short of Delta 10. Redwood 1798. Got a feeling it's that big plane up ahead of me that I got to hold for. Cool. I can get the airplane cleaned up now.
Tower, American 1292 will be ready to go here, short of 25 right.
American 1292, LA Tower, RNAV to Docker, wind 240 at 12, runway 25 right, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Docker, 25 right, cleared for takeoff, American 1292.
One of these days I'll do a VATSIM flight.
Usually they're not bad. Actually, I'm shocked. My frame rates are doing pretty good with all this traffic. It's one of the few times it has been. So Delta 9, I better pull up a parking chart real
Tower
quick.
Delta 2, actually stand by.
Where's 33? Oh, okay, there. Okay.
Now, are you using NavGraph for that?
Yep.
To find your gates?
For my charts, yes, sir. And my ways that they tell me to go.
Now, do they use NavGraph too?
No, they actually, from what I understand, and this is when, can't remember his name, used to be on here. He was a ground guy. If you watch some of his screens, theirs will tell him where where the gates and all are from whatever program they use to control you with. Okay, we're coming up to Lima, then Kilo. And the next one's where we're supposed to hold short. So let's clear up.
American 1292, contact SoCal departure 128.05. Good day.
12805, American 1292, see you later.
Redwood 1798, continue Echo Delta 9 to the ramp.
All right, Redwood 1798 continuing Echo to Delta 9 into the ramp. Thanks.
LA Tower, good afternoon. Spirit 269 super on final runway 24 right, maintaining 180 knots, going down to 5 miles final.
Spirit 269er super LA Tower, wind 240 at 12, runway 24 right, clear to land.
24 right, clear to land, Spirit 269er super, and just for information, sir, we're going to be using the entire length of the runway, a little bit heavy.
Roger that.
A little heavy, huh? Don't you know how to dump fuel?
Delta 212 heavy LA Tower, altimeter 299.
Just kidding.
Left, taxi by Echo.
None of us ever land
24
heavy.
left by Echo, Delta 2 and 2.
American 1292, contact SoCal departure.
Tower, good day. KLM 603 Heavy established on the honor of Zulu 2 for right, speed 160.
KLM 603 Heavy LA Tower, slow to final approach speed, 6 miles in trail of an A380 on short final, wind 240 at 12, caution wake turbulence, runway 2524 right, clear to land.
Reduced to approach speed and clear to land 2 for right.
Interesting. That is not how my chart is diagrammed. Go figure.
Delta 2 and 2.
All right, I'll give you a quick look at what we should have got. All right, there's where I was headed. It don't say 33. It says 37. I don't even see a Bravo on. Oh, they're up north. I don't know what they did. X-plane. Oh, well. Bet you 33 might be up there. No, 30. So I wonder if it is. How about that? Anyway, we're in the blocks. Let's get her shut down.
Delta 212 Heavy, caution wake turbulence, the arriving A380, RNAV to Delray, runway 24 left, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV Delray, 24 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 2 and 2.
Okay, bleeds on.
And American 542 info is hotel requesting pushing start.
530 LA Tower, push on to Charlie as needed. We expect runway 25 right.
Set 25 right for departure and push back onto Charlie is approved for 52.
All right, I did not catch the landing rate, so we'll be looking at it here in a moment as I get rid of charts. All right, let's.
Super, welcome to LA. Exiting on Zulu, hold short, runway 24
I want to
left.
see.
Left on Zulu, hold short, runway 24 left, speed 269 super.
Nice. All right, let's get back into this, folks.
Expedite exit of the runway.
Expediting Spirit 269.
Delta 212, contact SoCal departure 128.05. Good day.
Over to SoCal, 128.05, Delta 2 and 2.
Spirit 269er, thanks for that. Continue on Zulu, cross runway 24 left, taxi Echo Kilo to the ramp.
Crossing 24 left and then left on Echo Kilo, correct?
That's right, Echo and then Kilo to the ramp.
Echo and Kilo to the right, if possible request 150 for Spirit 269 super.
Roger, you may have 150 may be occupied, but 148 or 152 are certainly available.
Roger.
Oh, 156. That's what the airline got us at. Wow. 2 flights in the hundreds for the landing. That is awesome.
Hotel ready for push and start.
Okay, let's take a look at this, and I am going to clear out of here.
Delta 38.
There we go. Makes it a little quieter. All right, and we can get a concourse up here. I'm sure they love the free air conditioning. And you gotta love rampies driving over trucks and cars and everything. All right, welcome into Los Angeles. Great flight, great time flying from Portland over to Los Angeles. So let's take a look at what Elevatech. Now, I'm not sure if this has gone public yet. Oh, excuse me, hiccups again. I hate them. All right, so here you go. Let me just back out. Here's our route from Portland down to LAX. Pretty good, top to bottom for the most part. I mean, it is what it is. And we had a great flight. That's all that matters. Tonight, if you're into Friday night ops, I hear it's in South America. Don't know for sure. I don't usually follow that. Whoops. But that's where I got word spy flight will be Friday night. 157. Hey, good. Everything looks the same. 128, 1.3 Gs. That's all you get, folks, unfortunately. It's just like Volanta. You're not going to get much out of them. So in learning how to improve, and really learning how to improve is just flying the airplane multiple times. Look at that caterer, man. Missed your mark by just this much. Back up, do it again. The one that I use to learn a lot on is this one, Sim Toolkit. Everything in it is free. Now, the word from Elevatech, it hopefully will be free. Like Volanta, most parts in Volanta are free, but you do have to pay for some of it. Right now, they're still trying to keep Elevatech free. So that will be awesome if they do. And if they don't, it is what it is. So, and it looks like Sim Toolkit is its usual being mean to me, but that's okay. We can stand up to it. All right, there's our flight, just like you're used to. Here come the details again, just like you're used to if you use these programs. It's a 2-hour, 18-minute flight, 700 miles. 1.4 Gs and 335 on the landing. Again, a little harder, 128. I think that's a little slow. Let's get the full details. Gotta love it. The runway's under construction in this picture. Which runway they had? 24 right. Cool. All right, we landed 1,800, call it 1,900 feet down the runway, 4 feet off the center line. Right there, folks, a great landing. You got none of that in the other programs. 249 was our heading, 284 on the 2.8 for our pitch, which is good, especially in a long tube aircraft like the 757, the A321. And we know the other numbers, 128, 335, and so forth. So really, overall, it is kind of hard to see, but there's where we touch down at the green mark. So putting in, it looks like a new high speed. Now, okay. I'm trying to figure this one out. Why would we have a high-speed taxiway 1,500 feet from the end of the run? If you're still going that fast and need a high speed, whoa. Wow. So, hey, it's the left coast. What can I say? You know, some of the stuff you see is kind of hilarious. But yeah, you're like 2,000 feet or so from the end of the runway and you need a high speed. You should have been slowed down beforehand. Oh, well. Oh, they were preparing for me. That's what it was. All right. Well, hey, we've had enough fun today. I hope you all enjoyed. Next flight, we're gonna try Sunday. I'm not 100% sure how that'll work out. Monday for sure. There more than likely will not be a stream. So be looking for one maybe during the week next week if muscles and my body is up to it. But the next one will be next Friday. So, but we'll try our darndest to get one in Sunday. I got to work for the church. So once I get through with that, we'll see what we have remaining. All right. So you all enjoy Memorial Day if you're here in the States. God bless you all. God bless our troops, those that gave it all. Oh, that's what Memorial Day we remember with very heavy hearts. We remember not only them, but even those still serving today and their families as well, supporting them as we should be as well. So thank you so much to those of our armed service. Also, thank you to the first responders out there here in the U.S. and abroad. Thank you for your sacrifices you give to do what you do, be it volunteer, be it paid. And we thank you very much for that service. Oh, that was not good. Hang on. So I hope you all have a fantastic Memorial Day. And we'll be back at it, hopefully, like I said, Sunday, but it may be as late as Friday next week. So y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you then. God bless you all. Until we stream again.